Hey everybody, how are we doing today? Today is July 14th. Well, I'm actually recording this on Sunday, so it's technically July 16th. I had a crazy week, but we got paid on July 14th, and I need to catch you guys up to speed at where we're at on our budget. So, last paycheck on June 30th, we used to cover the bills from July 1st through the 15th. So this July 14th paycheck, we're going to use to cover from July 16th to the 31st. I have to say this is a pretty run-of-the-mill paycheck. Pretty, actually, like 42 cents short of what I plan our budget on. It was tight. I worked a little bit over, but my husband had a few less hours than normal. I usually budget for each one of us to bring home $17.50. I brought home a little bit more, and he brought home a little bit less. So here we go. Here's our green for our money. So my hubby brought home $1,639.12, and I brought home $1,860.46, which means we brought home $3,499.58. Okay, so we have that up here and down here. Okay, so our bills, I don't know why I'm an adult and I still like coloring. Kind of like coloring to me, but if I don't color code this, it's very hard for my brain to see what's going on. So if you have a brain that's similar to mine, I want to make sure that I color it in for you too. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been around for a while, welcome back. I'm glad to have you on the channel. So for box number 2, what I calculate 1/2 month of bills is $1,228. Now our last paycheck, we saved money because our bills were less than half. Okay, so we saved money, and now on the 16th we have a car payment, and on the 25th we have our mortgage. So our car payment is $300 and our mortgage is $1,100. That adds up to $1,400 here, which is more. But from the last paycheck, I saved what I needed. So I only still have to take $1,228 out of this paycheck so I can pull this out of our savings. So that's $172. So our total is $1,228. Now, had I not saved that in our last paycheck, we would be short this paycheck with our bill money. And the same thing over here, our debt credit card. Okay, all of the credit cards that we're trying to pay off are due between the 1st and the 15th of the month, and we need $2,000 to pay those payments. But if we were to try and take $2,000 for credit cards out of one check, we would be super short that check, and then we would have a large surplus of money the other check. So we don't have any credit cards due between the 16th and the 31st of the month. So we're putting this towards our savings for our bills. I have a special savings category for bills, and we're going to put in there, we're going to put $1,000. because on box number 3, 1/2 of a month is $1,000. Okay. Subscriptions, we were able to pay, I usually like to do 120 a pay. But we were only able to put $21.58. Now, we will have some extra money on our next check. I already know this. And I don't like pre-spending things. But I'm going to let these roll until our next check. Because if we don't have the money, we don't have the money. The reason why we're actually really tight right now, and the reason why we're really tight is that I'm making a save for a surgery that I'm having. And I'm only going to get, like, my first 2 weeks I have to take off. I don't have enough time to cover the first 2 weeks. I don't have enough saved. And I want to make sure that we have enough money to cover my income that I'm not going to be making. So you'll see when we get to box number 6 that I actually have a surgery fund that we're pulling money out. So we are trying to work over. We are trying to work overtime when we can. And that's kind of how we're handling it right now. So for box number 4, on our next check, we owe $98.42. And we're not going to have any money. I like to put $180 a pay. I like to... So the difference between subscriptions and sinking funds is subscriptions is I know that this money is going to go out the door. It's for stuff that we pay for in the regular. Sinking funds that stay in the bank are for things like car repair. Last month we had last paycheck we had an air conditioning repair. So car repair, home repair, things that we know that we're going to need to spend money on, but we don't know when. So typically if I'm going to short a fund, I'm going to short this one. I save $180 per month for these funds. But we're not going to be able, or $180 per pay, sorry. But we're not going to be able to save that right now. So box number 5, we owe $180. Okay, but we're not going to put money in there right now. And now we're down here in our sinking funds that we're taking out in cash. So what I do, and this is the box that I cash stuff out of because we're not a month ahead. We're only 1/2 of a month ahead. My husband and I get paid every other week. So we got paid on Friday, July 14th. So if you were paid every other week and you're like us, what I do is I budget 2 paychecks per month. And then this year, it happened to be June, had 3 paychecks. And then December this year is going to have 3 paychecks. So in December, we're going to probably use that money to try and get a month ahead fully. So right now we're about halfway there. So our sinking funds that I'm taking out in cash, we have groceries for $300. We do $150 a week, so it's $300. Gas is $200. Hubby, wifey, date night. So this is like our spending money. He gets 100, I get 100, and then we get 100 to spend together. So typically we spend that like going out to eat together. My surgery fund of $350. And then we have our holidays is 55, which that's Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, I'll get $5, Thanksgiving gets 10, and New Year's Eve gets 30. So I'll go into greater detail on these when I do our actual cash stuffing. And then extra debt payoff, we do 45. And the reason why I do this is because out of the other check, I fund Christmas. And so Christmas gets $100. So between these two categories, the 55 and the 45 are 100. So that's the same as what we're saving for Christmas out of the other check. So this total is $1,250. I always want to make sure that we're planning ahead on things that I know that we're going to pay. I know some people are like, well, you could take your extra debt money and put it towards another category. And my answer to that is like, we're going to have another paycheck this month, and we may spend a little bit less on our categories. So I'm going to hold off and see kind of like how it looks at the end of the month. And if we get any overtime on our next checks, even though that's supposed to go into August, I may pull some of that and pay some of these things back if we have over on the next check. So $34.99.58 minus $1,228. I have it figured, so this is $2,271.58 minus 1,000 is 1,271.58 minus 21.58 is 1,250 minus that is 0. So this is 0. So our total expenses are $3,499.58. And we're going to balance that out to 0, which we do. I don't have anything extra or crazy. This week, thankfully, it was just like a busy week in our personal life. And as I'm recording this video, I realized that I had forgot to post the last budget with me. So what happened was 2 weeks ago, I posted, or I thought I recorded our budget with me and our cash stuffing, and I didn't. My camera was on photo, not video. So I went back and re-recorded the budget with me, but the cash stuffing video, like I was out of time. I didn't have any more time to record. And then I realized I didn't post the last one. So this is the budget with me for July 14th. And you're going to see my cash stuffing. So I do have like videos and things planned. It's just for us, the first half of July tends to be very hectic. And then the latter part of July tends to calm down a little bit. So I'll be able to do some more things that I want to do. But this is our budget. Again, if you're new here, thank you for being here. Hopefully you want to like and subscribe and you like the content. And if you have been here for a while, thank you for being here. You guys know I love to read your comments and reply. And so that's all I have for this video, and I will see you on the next one.